Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Maduka's Masterclass. These sessions are designed to build capacity and competence in public health and health development generally, and ensure that the skills needed to effectively deliver on health projects and health systems and the healthcare space. We want to ensure that those skills are commonplace. My name is Omosivia Maduka, and I'm being the convener of these masterclass sessions. The masterclass we're currently in is on mastering Microsoft Word and Google Docs. Microsoft Word is a software application. I think, should easily be one of the most common software used in any industry, including the healthcare space. So these sessions are to share tips and just very simple hacks and how-tos when it comes to using Microsoft Word and Google Docs, especially for technical writing. So if you need to put a document together, what are the ways that you go about it efficiently and excellently? That's what these masterclass sessions are all about. Just a reminder that Maduka's Masterclass is on YouTube, so you could just go type in Maduka's Masterclass and it would pop out. All our a lot of the previous videos, masterclass session videos, presentation skills, technical writing skills, facilitation skills are on the YouTube channel. So please like, subscribe, share so that you can receive updates about each new masterclass session. All right. With that, we can get into the business of the day. For this session, we would take a look at how to generate an electronic table of content, an electronic table of figures. We'll look at how that is done. Let me share the Word document that we'll be using to work. All right. So this is a 30-page document. It's a report that myself and a committee I led did a couple of years ago. I thought we could use it. Pardon me. So you can see that this report has a title page. All right, this report has a title page. Okay. It has an executive summary. It has a background and rationale. I'm just trying to show you the headings. I'll let you know what we're going to do with it. So it has background and rationale. It has a picture here. It has activities with a table and then another table. Then have AGSM innovations. Innovations. Financial reports, a summary, issues, and recommendations. So these are more like and then there's a figure and their annexes. So this is more like the different parts. So of course, you know that if you're going to generate a table of content, it would signpost people to these different parts of the document such that they know which page they background is, they know which page the activities are, and then different aspects and exactly which page. So let's get off to it. One of the things that what you need to do to be able to set up an electronic table of contents is that you first of all have to format your document. So we're at home, file, home, file, home, and then these are formatting styles. So file, home, actually home is what you want, where you want to go to. And under home, you would see formatting styles. Only 3 are showing right now. But if you click on this arrow down button, you have formatting styles here. We're going to have to label the subsections. We have to format and give the subsections of this document a formatting style. Now you can wait until you finished typing the entire document and then come and format. Or, and this is preferable, you can format as you type. So if you are typing in the background rationale, you can give that subheading a format style. You can give it a format style as you are going along. Otherwise, you will have to wait until you finish the document, finish typing the document, then come back and start to format. Where you have a small sized document, a couple of pages, it doesn't really seem like too much stress to wait until you finish typing and then come and put format styles. But when you have a bulky document, a bulky report, a thesis, a dissertation, it is a thorough waste of time. It's a thorough waste of time to finish typing and come back and format. And then also because of the bulk of the document, you may also make mistakes of missing out certain important subheadings in the formatting process. So format as you type. This is applicable to all types of formatting and all types of editing. Do it as you are going along. Do not wait until the end. At some point, maybe, at some point along the masterclass, we will talk about referencing and the referencing styles and using reference manager software. It's the same thing with referencing. Reference as you are creating the document. Please do not wait. Don't wait until the end and then come and start trying to insert references. It's a waste of time. It's not a productive use of the valuable resource that time is. You want to correct typographical errors or whatever. Don't wait as well. Don't wait until you're done. Cite as you write, format as you write, edit as you write, and so on and so forth. All right, back to the conversation. So we want to put in a style for each of the headings, and we need to take a decision. Major headings, we use heading 1. Subheadings under the major heading, heading 2. And if there's any subheading under the subheading, you understand my point, you use heading 3. All right. So executive summary, it requires a heading, and I think this is heading 1. So let's do that. So that's executive summary. Now, once you've done that, you may say, okay, no, I actually prefer I want to format the style. I want to do some formatting. So this is okay to me. This is Calibri body. This is 12. and then the text itself is 11. So for you follow whatever style has been, if a style has been prescribed, if a um, font type and font size has been prescribed for you, please follow it. Please follow it. If none has been prescribed for you, set up one and be consistent in its use. Set up one and be consistent in its use. So I've decided I'm fine with this. What if I wasn't fine with the fact that it automatically gave me a heading as Calibri 12 when the document is Calibri 11? So I think that is okay. But if I didn't think it was okay and I wanted to format, like you may want to format the font type, font size, and even the any other formatting like italicize or bold, or if you want to address all those issues, you can change the formatting style of this. You can change the details of the formatting style. What do you do? What do you do on this style type? You right click. You right click, or you click the corner of your mouse pad and you will see modify. If you are interested in modify, click on modify. Let's take it again. You put your cursor at the corner, you right click, and you click on modify. So you see here a lot of things you can do. If you want to change the name of this style, you can, but I really don't see any usefulness or why that you would want to do that. I think heading one explains what it is quite nicely. Formatting, you want to change. You don't want to use Calibri light. You don't use Calibri body. Maybe you want to use another type of Calibri. It's 100% up to you. You don't want it to be 12. You want it to be 11 like every other text. It's up to you. You don't want it bold. So you take the bold off, or you can actually put your bold back. You want it to be italicized. Whatever you want. I must emphasize the fact that as you are formatting, you should be consistent. You should be consistent. If you've decided to use Calibri 12 bold for all headings ones, ensure that you are consistent so that you don't use font size 12 for some heading ones and font size 11 for some other heading ones. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't look nice um on your document. So once you've done those edits that you want to do, you want to make those headings either only in this document, or you say new document should be based on this template, which means every time you open a Microsoft Word document and you want to format, it would have saved the fact that Calibri 11 bold is how you present heading ones, how you present the main headings. That's how you present it. Or you say only in this document and it goes back to default whenever you shut down or whenever you open up another document. Whenever you open up another document, it goes back to this default. Then you can say automatically update. What that means is that if there is, for any reason, any heading ones that you have formatted a style for before, it will change them all to this current style you are choosing. All right, so I like clicking it. Sometimes I like clicking it. And then you just say, okay. So you see that it was 12, Calibri 12 before, now it's Calibri 11. Let's leave it like that. Okay, that's fine. So that's your executive summary. Let's look for another All right. Let's do the same for background. So once you've set the style, all you have to do is click. Background and rationale is a major subheading. So my grammar is acting up. It's just so many errors as far as gravity is concerned. Approach and methodology, I believe, should also be a heading one. Right. Now, LOC membership and subcommittee, which is a subheading under heading one. So let's make that heading two. Let's make that heading two. All right. So it's the same process. If you want to format heading two, it's the same process. So that's heading two. Let's see whether there's another heading. AGSM activities should be heading one. Summary of activities and attendance should be heading two. This is how you go through your document. Yeah. Okay. This should be another heading two. This should be a heading one. So please be careful what you put in as what you include in the formatting style, because whatever you give a formatting style, it is that exact thing that will show up. So for example, let me deliberately make a mistake. I say I'm not paying attention and I've highlighted all of this portion when I should just do issues and recommendations, but I've highlighted all of these portions and called it heading one. All right, it's a mistake, but let's just see. Let's just see. I want to use that to demonstrate something and show how you can correct it. Okay. All right. Annexes should also be heading one. So this is annex one. Let's make it heading two. Annex two. Let's make it heading two. Financial reports, heading two. Subcommittee report, also heading two. So Secretariat Subcommittee, let's make it heading three. Now, I'm not sure I like the font for heading three, so I want to correct it. I don't want Calibri light. Let's stick with Calibri body. Let's go to 11 and let's make it italicized. I don't want it to be bold. Automatically updates. Okay. Well, let's even go change the color. So this is blue. I like it. I like it black. Italicized. No. All right. So that's one. So we have some heading threes that, I mean, that's just for you to see that we have some heading threes. Let's look at this one. Heading three. Heading three. Heading three. Not sure we've put this properly. Heading three. Heading three. And next five is supposed to be a heading two. Yes, supposed to be a heading two. I'm taking my time to run through this so that you see I mean, like it's a painstaking process. Okay, so I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done. I want to show you one more thing because as we've been working, something has been making me uncomfortable. Now, a subsection, ideally, should follow the formatting rules, should start on a new page. So this executive summary it's on a new page. Background and rationale, you see that it's on a new page. Let's go down. Approach and methodology should be on a new page. Yes, it should be on a new page. So just like your chapter one, and then when you start talking about chapter two, if you're talking about a thesis or a dissertation, it should start on a new page. How do you do that? I think I've shown it in the previous masterclass, but let's look at it again. You put your cursor where you want to move to a new page. So you want to move everything from approach and methodology down to a new page. You click on insert and you click on page break. Insert a page in the current page here and move to the next page. It's done. So that's done. So let's do that for the others. Let's do that for the other sections. Right, remember, you're going to generate an electronic table of contents. You're going to generate a table of contents. And if you're going to generate a table of contents, you do not want a situation where, I mean, you want it clean. You want it looking neat. It helps people to identify where to go within your document. So I'm putting in a page break for all the headings, not the subheadings, because that's not necessary. The headings. All right, let's keep making progress quickly so that I can move on to. All right, so the annex is already on the first page, which is okay. And that's where we would stop that. All right, so you want to put in your table of content. You put in your table of content immediately after the title page. That's where you put in your table of content. Immediately after you put in. Now, note this document, the title page is not even correct. All right. Remember, if you were in the last masterclass, you would realize that this isn't a proper title page. Go back and watch the video on how to create a title page, and you'll get what I mean. So this is where we would need to put in the table of content right after the title page, right after the title page. In some cases, after the, yeah, for most cases right after the title page. So what do? Go to references. So you put your cursor where the table of contents, anywhere you put your cursor, that's where the table of contents will come up. Let's go straight to references. References, that's where you want to go. And then click on table of contents. It's a small arrow here. Click on it. It gives you different styles. All right. So typically I use automatic table 2 because automatic table 1 just says contents. Automatic table 2 says table of contents. I'm not quite sure if there's anything else different. We're all still learning. So click on automatic table 2. So you see that your table of content has been generated. Now that you've generated a table of content is not uhuru. You have to go look at what you have generated to identify if there are errors. All right. I mean, I don't know if you can see already that there are some errors, but first of all, I want you to take note of the formatting. So you see the formatting style. When the formatting style is heading 1, you see where they are aligned. You see this one here, you can easily see that it is heading 2 because there's an indentation. The same thing with summary of AGCM activities and chairman of the occasion, theme and speakers. You can see that it is heading 2. But now let's look at, I think there's an error here. For example, healthcare financing, confronting the challenge of universal health coverage and service delivery. I didn't intend this to be a header. So I need to go correct it. I need to take this out. I didn't intend the header to include this. So for whatever reason, may have been an error. Then remember this other one that I said I wanted to use to show you an example. I didn't intend that all the subcommittees encountered barriers and facilitated. This isn't part of it. It's just issues and recommendations that should be in the table of contents. So you need to go remember to do that. Now, annexes, you see this is header 1. Annex 1, Annex 2 are header 2s. How did Annex 3 become a header 1? Take notes that you're going to have to go and correct that. I'll show you how to make those corrections. All right. So Annex 4 subcommittee reports, and you can see there's a further indent to show you that this is heading 3 for the different subcommittee reports. And then by the time we get to Annex 5, we've gone back to heading 2. So there are 3 things I have noted here that need to be corrected. If you have those sort of corrections you want to make, how do you do it? Click on, go to the document, scroll down and make the corrections. So for example, executive summary should be on a fresh page. It cannot be sharing page with table of content. So give it a page break and bring it down. Let's continue and see. Hold on, there's something that was here. This shouldn't be a. So let's go back to home and let's convert it to normal. So I just make it bold if that's how it originally was. Once you touch and convert normal, so if you want to undo any formatting style you have done, you can click on normal and revert it. All right, and just edit it to look like the rest of the document. So that has been corrected, I believe. And if you want to know whether any text has the formatting style, just click on it. Click on the beginning and the end. If it has the formatting style, you'll see a small arrow. I'll show you in the next one, please. All right, let's look at background and rationale. You can you see if you're observant, you can see this shows you that it has a formatting style. So that you can easily see that. Approach and methodology. There's one that we said we're going to correct. Let's see whether we can quickly go there and manage our time. Quickly go there and manage our time. Yes, here. So this has no business being, so let's take it back to normal. All right. So I've taken it out while leaving issues and recommendations. And then the final one I remember is Annex 3. If I remember correctly, Annex 3 is supposed to be heading to, I hope it's Annex 3. Let's go check. Annex 3. Just to be on the safe side. So I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. So my assumption is that I've made the corrections in the document. Go back to your table of contents, click on it. Once you click anywhere in it, you will see these icons that will pop out. You should be able to click on Update Table. Now it's going to ask you, is it only the page numbers you want to update, or you want to update the entire table? We would like to update the table because we did some formatting edits. All right. Once you do that, it automatically updates based on what you've done in the document. So you see that that other heading that was after executive summary has gone. You see that the other one has gone and it's now aligned like, I mean, you and I intended it to be aligned. Beautiful. Now, if for example you move some things around, let's say this is silly and you shouldn't do it. Let's say you're moving your entire executive summary to after something. So if you want to move around a section, you're making edits or corrections, please remember to go and update the table of content. It will not automatically update. You have to go and automatically update it. If it's only movement, that the only thing has changed is page numbering has changed, just click on update page numbers only. But if you made any formatting edits where maybe you added another header or removed something that was a header, please make sure you do update entire table. Now, I usually don't like to leave the heading of my table of content in this column. So we will just go and format it. Calibri, Calibri 11, I think. And it should be black and bold. Good. We have we have we have that. That's great. That's great. That's good. That's good. All right, so let's look quickly at how to insert Let's look quickly at how to insert figures. Power my system. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so now we've inserted a table of contents. One more thing I wanted to show you. Aside from the fact that it just gives you where the pages are, so you can see the pages, it also can help you navigate. It can help you navigate. So I want to go through issues and recommendations, and I don't want to scroll down. I don't want to scroll down. So what I do is, remember shortcuts. We had a class on shortcuts, and it's the class on shortcuts. Control and click. Straight there. Straight there. So it takes you straight to the page. Control, click on that line. And let me do it again. So I want to go to the report of media and publicity subcommittee. Control and click anywhere on that. Yeah, it takes me there. It takes me there. All right, that's fine. Good to show you that. Let's not show you that. Okay, so you have figures and you want to include those figures. Let's check this out. Right. So what do you do? So let's look at how to generate figures and tables. How to generate figures and tables. All right. So it's references. The references tab in your Word document can help you to achieve that. Referencing tab. So by convention, we label tables above. The label for the tables is above the table, and the label for the figure is below the figure. This is just by convention. So we say table above, figure below. Table above, figure below. It's a writing convention. So exactly how do you do this? You insert caption. So since this is a figure, I put my cursor at the bottom. And I assume this is the first figure in this table, in this document. Insert caption. Insert caption. The label is a figure. It's not a table. All right. Figure 1. Picture of the LOC chairman. Okay. So it has put it there. Now, typically, if you highlight this, you can now sort of like format Calibri 9. I mean, just make it the same with the other document. Make it 11. Make the font color black. All right. You can leave it italicized. You can make it bold. Anything you want to do, but whatever convention you start, please maintain it. Maintain it throughout. Maintain it throughout. So we've labeled this first one. I want us to label this table. So this table already has a label, but you haven't set up the label in such a way that you have inserted a caption that can be included in a list of table and figures. So let me be sure this is the first table. Yes. Let's be sure this is the first table. All right. So it already has a heading. I want to cut it. I want to take it out. Insert caption. This is a table. All right. So table. Okay. So it has put it. I'm just going to do the editing we talked about. So just maintain your formatting. All right. Please, you can send your questions. I'm going to look for another table. This is another table. Well, this one doesn't have the heading before now, so we would insert it ourselves. References, insert caption, table 2, summary financial report. I'm sure we're learning something today. Right. Okay, so we'll stop here so that we can. Okay, there's a second picture. I would like two pictures to. Yes, this one. Okay, so this is already, it looks like, yeah, it looks like this has already been. So if it doesn't even, it doesn't matter. Let's make it 11 and let's make it bold. Now, it's already picked this as figure 2 because it's after figure 1. If I, if, for example, this is the first one, this is the first one I set up. This is the first one I inserted a caption for. It will call it figure 1. If I go above it and now put in a figure and insert a caption, it would automatically change to figure 2, and that first one will be figure 1. You try it and see. All right, so let's insert. Let's insert. So typically you will insert your list of table and figures after your table of contents. All right, so let's do a page break so that we're in a fresh page, and then go to references and click on insert table of figures. All right. Insert table of figures. So here it tells you that it's tables you want to insert. Just, just click on OK. Right. Very simple. All right. So lists, list of list of tables. Right. Now, lists of figures is the next one I want to do. So insert table of figures, change this from a table to a figure, and click on OK. And we're good to go. You can decide you don't want this bold here. So you can format it and take away the bold. And we're good to go. Now, you need a formatting for this to include it in your table of contents. So it's a heading 1. This is also a heading 1. Careful what you're including. Don't want to hear that. Oops. All right, so that's it. And then you can now come back and update your table of content. So you see that it's shown list of tables. I don't think I picked. Now, even this table of content, give it a heading. Give it a heading. Yeah, so Ctrl Z, let's reverse back to what we were doing. So you can include your table, list of tables, list of figures, include it in your table of content. Let me add the list of figures. The white is, if I can take it without, if I can pick it on its own. I can figure this out later. So, but in a nutshell, today we've looked at how to generate and edit an automated table of content, and also how to generate and edit an automated list of figures, whether they are tables, whether you can even do the same thing for equations. Equations, tables, figures can generate an automatic list, such that if you need to make edits to your document and move things around, all you need to do is update your table or update your list. Yeah. And remember, please do this as you go along. Do not wait until the end of the document to do it. Do it as you go along. All right. If you have questions, please drop your questions and we should be able to address it. Till we see you again at the next masterclass. Have a very, very productive day. Bye-bye.